and I saw very quickly when I turned 30, because about 30, I consider a man an adult. Yeah, it's technically 18 in the US, but it's about 30 to where you're like, oh shit, like I'm an actual adult now. I have to start acting like it. I have to start taking life seriously and be proactive about it. So the game changed entirely for me. But at that point, what I also learned from that experience that, oh, okay, this girl gave me a story I can keep telling. So I incorporated that into my kind of internal game operating system too. Just give her really cool experiences, give her stories she tells her girlfriends about, her friends about, her coworkers. Like, who is this guy? Oh, can you believe he did this? And it doesn't have to be expensive. But this girl, yeah, to this day, I don't know her name. We didn't exchange contact information. That was the deal she made me. And it's like, all right, yeah, we'll do it. And that's how I brought in my dirty 30. But then in terms of quality and volume, it got a lot easier. And it's something I really don't have to think about too much anymore. And then as I get older, it gets easier. But you're constantly improving yourself too. You're increasing your status. If you take care of yourself, you can actually age quite well. You become more mature. Your financial position increases. And I think at the core, you just become more at ease with yourself as a person.
Yeah, I've noticed that too, because I'm only 28 though, but I've noticed as I got older, one, the quality of woman I've definitely changed, but even my whole mindset, probably more patient, not too anxious, not too always worried about women. So like different, even like my quality of life has definitely changed. Like right now, I don't need no help with anything. Like I'm a man now, but I can see like how if you keep on working on yourself, you can get better. But my mindset, since I'm not 30 yet, I'm always like, why can't I win right now? Like I've been winning since I was younger. You don't have to wait till your late 30s to win, but it's still everyone I talk to in my late 30s, if they worked on themselves, they're crushing it. Like I have one friend who I told you he was in Mexico, now he's in Colombia, now he's in Brazil. Man, he's like 36, 37. He's like, man, he's crushing it. He never even thinks about getting married. I have another friend who's like, I asked him, like, you're gonna marry? He's like, why in the world would I get married? I worked on myself for so long. Like it's hard to find a woman that's even on my level nowadays. Yeah.
Yeah. And then as you keep working on yourself, the women get better and the process becomes easier. And it's to the point where for like the last 3 years now, and the new year comes in, I always say, okay, I'm not going to focus on dating anymore. And then it's like, you unlock a new level. It's where it just becomes even easier. It's like, I'm not really doing anything. I'm not putting myself out there on the dating market. If I walk across a girl in my day-to-day life, like, oh, she's cute, she gave me an IOI, I'll go talk to her. I'll pull up Tinder every now and then if I'm on the toilet or in a taxi, but I don't spend a lot of time or energy on it anymore. But my volume hasn't gone down and my quality's gone up. And in terms of acquisition, my effort has gone down considerably to where it's just kind of a part of who I am now. And I think that's the advantage of getting older. And it's that confidence, but confidence really just comes from experience. When you've put in the reps, same way. I mean, you obviously work out too, to where I used to have to beat my ass up in the gym, but I've maintained a decent physique for so many years now that I really just have to make sure I don't get fat, keep the diet clean, train a couple of times a week. But I can go out and play sports. I can go for runs. I can go for walks. I can take a few days off, and it doesn't really change my physique anymore because that muscle memory is there. And I think that muscle memory exists when in terms of dating as well.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. As I got older, my options definitely got better. I would say that. Yeah, even with fitness, like I remember once I hit 225 for the first time, I was so happy. But even now, it's a lot easier to do it now.
Yeah, I don't train that heavy anymore because I have old lingering sports injuries. But the other day we did a massive carb load on Sunday. So Monday it was like, all right, I'll get on the incline bench. And I think in my 20s, I used to train maybe 175 to 190. I busted out 225 by 3 sets of 10 on the incline bench. I haven't tried to do 225 in years. It's been a long time. But when I was much younger, I was more about the ego lifting, like put the weight on the bar, go as high as you can. So whatever, that central nervous system, like the tendons, the fibers, the muscle tissue, it just started firing like it did years ago. But I don't really train that anymore. I'm more about flexibility, mobility, and my goal is to age gracefully. But when they put the weight on the bar, I can still do it. So I think there is something to that I had done it so many times in the past that it just comes right back. Kind of, they use the analogy like riding a bicycle. Like I can't remember the last time I rode a bicycle, but when I get on one, I'm not going to fall over.
Yeah, no, for sure.